Good evening, everyone who is watching the stream of AD arrives on air more or less on time. That's a good thing. That's the good side. The bad side is that no time for DayZ again and no energy for DayZ. The day has been kinda, well, I don't know how to describe it. Lots of things to take care of, lots of adulting, even though it's been like a weekend. But all the Netflix and chill we could do today with my wife, it was just actually a little bit of GeoGuessr. We played a little bit of GeoGuessr. So, but yeah, I kinda after this day, I'm feeling myself right now as a like wet noodle. Forgot to mention it. So the reason for that's probably that I didn't get nearly enough sleep. I'm not exactly falling asleep, but yeah, I feel like I need to get sleep. Ассамблея de Bayaka. Bayaka, it's like, I think Bayaka. I know Bayaka. Is it a province of this place? Crap. I'm trying to remember. So yeah, if you're hearing some noise, it's because there's a old PC behind me installing Windows XP. But that's just a thing that I can do while playing GeoGuessr. Can be done without my... Wait a second. Interesting, there is like a bell inside. Good evening, gonna get you, welcome. So that PC has a CD-ROM drive without the front panel, so it's a pretty loud thing when it works. Bayaka, it is really familiar. It is super familiar. You're absolutely right. So Bayaka. Well, this looks more like Chile. Though I'm not sure at this point. What would... Okay, if it's Chile then... These are pretty like serious signs, and this is like super old. Serious in terms of like not a lot of places in Latin America would have them. Okay, and we are climbing somewhere, and this looks more and more like jungle. Okay, no, we're not going in that direction. We are going in this direction to the plains. Okay, just give me a second here. So what even what country this is? Peru. Okay, if it's Peru, then it would be not a city. It would be a province. Arequipa. There's a Tacna province in Peru. That's a new one for me. Cusco, Puna. Purimac. No, this one I know. Ayacucho. Come on, I cannot read even. Yeah, I need more sleep. So the colors used there kinda looked a little bit like they would do something like that in Peru. La Libertad. There's a La Libertad province. Cajamarca, I know. Lambayeque. Pira, that's the northern, the most northern one, I think. So this is like familiar, and it's like an itch you cannot scratch. Bayaca. God, okay. We're playing without a timer. I forgot to turn it on, but on the other side, recently and even today, when I played with my wife, well, we played the game pretty much absolutely the same way. Okay, that seals it. We have the country. I was right. I was looking at Colombia. The first country I started looking at was Colombia. I didn't find Boyaca there and was like, okay, maybe no. So it's Boyaca province then. Okay, what's the registration? Chocainta. Chinacota. It looks like it ends in NTA. So starts with Choc and ends with NTA. Maybe something small, of course, but usually, especially like when it comes to buses, that would be registered in some local centers. Choca something. Maybe like as I don't know, suburbs of like our neighboring towns of one of the big ones. Well, buses actually they are not really good ones to base any like geographical guesses on the registration of buses in Colombia, because buses can travel pretty far. Some of them would be local, but some of them would be, this one is probably local. Some of them would be intercity buses going like long distances, really traveling far away from home. Okay, do you have registration? You're supposed to. Ah, yeah, you have it. It's blurred out. Wait a second, there was something green that we missed. Town name ahead, yeah. Samaka. There was Samaka on the registrations here. There was Samaka on one of these ones. So Samaka, yeah. So they have their own service. Chacinta, is it the same one? It's the same one. Google doesn't blur for some reason that one. Oh god, I cannot even read this. Whatever. It's like super italic with some fat lettering. Samaka. But we started not in Samaka, we started in another one. So Samaka is big then? If they have like their own public, so much of the public transport. And it looks like we're on some sort of valley. Samaka. Okay. And where that registration? Where did that registration come from? Supposed to be from somewhere. Aha, Bayaka. Samaka and Bayaka. Okay, that's not it. Well, you gotta be freaking. It cannot be the thing. Well, I mean, the province cannot be called after this small. But probably it can. It can be though the government of the province. So Samaka's here. And we entered Samaka, driving sorta east. So from Cerrito, I guess. Probably we were driving east. No, that would be southeast. Okay. Then from this unnamed place, but with some industry. Yeah, and that's the road that went into the mountains. Casa de la Mujer. Okay. Let's see what we have in this place. We have this like some sort of auto workshop, road van, service technicals, and the rest is like waiting for the businesses. Okay. Two big buildings like this ones. Let's take a look. They look, yeah, sort of kind of identical here, but there's no road here. Gotta have a road. Not this one. So if we go in that direction, that would be like northeast, more east than north. Yeah, northeast east. Okay, maybe just guessing by the look of the buildings here is not a good idea. The shape of the buildings on the map. What else do we have here? Some grocery stores. Yeah, the road sorta kinda is wavy, but not making sharp turns. Well, there's a church, but there's always a church. La Fabrica. So it's like used to be a fabrica. These days it is not. And this is some sort of workshop again. And do mean? Wait a second. The thing about La Fabrica is that the road actually makes 90-degree turn here. Yeah. Repetition de la Fabrica. So in Dumins here. I mean, looks like it's like this one. The buildings don't look the same, but that's probably the only Supertienda La Fabrica. La Fabrica there, La Fabrica here. There's like small building. Looks, I don't know, doesn't look that official. Okay. Here we go. The first round in 15 minutes. That's a lot. Giveaway. Are we giving any way to anybody? Huh. Well, Maersk shipping containers, they're everywhere. So is this like Australia? Or something? Well, I mean, probably it is. Hotel. That's a big one. Uh-huh. Railway Hospital Normanton. Is Normanton like a part of city infrastructure? We have palm trees here. Okay, they have everything here. Normanton. Interesting, like big roads are actually crossing this one. Business center and Savannah what? Savannah Bay. Savannah Bay, okay. Reese Park with public toilets. Okay, this is Australia for sure. Supermarket, super. Normanton 140. You freaking kidding me? Fasten your seatbelts. Yeah, for 148 miles or kilometers. Croydon. The place is called Croydon. Okay. Croydon, where are you? Queensland. Okay. Let's give some love to Queensland. So we have to be somewhere, God knows where, for the next place to be just 148 kilometers away. Has to be something. No, what was the next one? Ah, Normanton. Normanton, Croydon. Here it is. Okay. It's like just a couple of streets, not more than that. So there was Reese Park, Federation, Anzac, and unnamed. Reese here. Actually, that looked like we were on edge of the city. Croydon Library. No, there was Croydon Club Hotel. Yep, here it is. But we spawned in some Telstra payphone. Interesting. They have only this type of like connection to the big world. Probably payphone. with satellite connection. Oh, freaking hell. That's freaking super bad because no street names here. Yeah, we cannot derive it. But it's just historic. Yeah, maybe. We cannot even derive it from the... Okay, we gotta just decide which direction to go and just go there. Just commit. North. Would be north a good idea? Samuel Henry. Okay. That's an intersection of Samuel and Henry. Probably somewhere in the town. Samuel and Henry. Henry, Mabel, Samuel. And we were going north. So then it was Mabel and Henry. Right? If we were going north. Let's go north again. And that's the intersection with street signs. Henry, yeah. And Samuel. And the one that goes north, it's Henry. And this one, obviously, Samuel. Okay, well, this is Mabel then. Five to the capital of Bulgaria, but pretty far away, I would say. Here we have a little bit closer places. Karjali, Makaza, Pchelarova. So, Asenovgrad. Pchelarova is 4 kilometers away on 5. And just by the way, it goes north. 5 goes north here. We are next to Cherno. What? We are next to wait a second. Chernoochyne. Black Ice. Yo, this looks like, I don't know, like Syria. 5 goes north south. Yeah. Stop doing that to me. So, Chernoochyne here. But this here, Pryapovets. Okay. So, first Sofia. Then Haskovo, which is a big place, I think. I'm not seeing Haskovo for some reason. Do I remember Haskovo for some reason? Okay. 5 is where? Where's 5? Going to Sofia. Is there 5 anywhere going to Sofia? Yeah, not in this part of the country. It's here. Oh. That's a little bit confusing, I would say. Haskovo is here. I knew it was big. So... Karjali is here. That's where we are. No, that's not where we are, but we are close. This place is called Three Mogily, which means 3 graves. Okay. 5 goes Черноочени, Пчеларова. Okay, that's the place. And here we have probably our intersection. Grabishin Park, Черноочени. That's a name for a cemetery. Okay, so Пряповец, Три могилы, and Стремцы goes east. That goes west. Phew, what's going on? I'm confused. Are you confused? Different signs on this side. Draganova, Стремцы is the only one that's constant. Пасхово, Черноочени. So it's a turn to Черноочени from 05. So but it's on the road pretty much. Draganova. It's one of these turns. God, where did we even spawn? Okay. This one not finished yet. Barley finished. So cannot tell if they became anything. So, but looks like our case, like a bunch of tin buildings here. Can donor? Can we see donor? Yeah, we cannot. But we can jump. We somehow jumped over. Does this look like donor? I would say, yeah. Ariana, but it's probably beer. Like branded tent. Oh, hello there. It's local market. Yeah. Library though. There's a sign to library. Gaming club. So interesting, that's like next to the stadium sport complex, but I think we're here. And I was right. Though we spent quite some time here. This looks familiar. Okay. Free range X. Billingford. I extracted finally the toponym Billingford Lakes. I was looking at it like figuring out if I can get anything out of it. Do not play these games with me. I know there was a sign. Billingford Lakes. So X dozen per pound or something. You can just buy eggs there. Yeah, cool. What country would we have pounds in? Any ideas? Post your guesses in the chat. Development land for sale. Looks like this. Well, good luck developing it. All of a sudden things started looking better. I didn't even see the name of the place. North Elmham. Elmham. Okay. And we are going somewhere. The architecture doesn't look particularly old here. That's the thing. B40, is it B45 really? Or B like 2345? Because that's a thing in the UK. Oh, hello. King's Lynn, Brisley. Durham Quarry. Yeah. B1145 probably. I was right. The King's Head Hotel. Nice. There's only the head though. Where's the rest of the king? Called Geest. Geest. Durham. A little bit, not really enough info. King's Lynn. Lynn. Okay. Billingsford. 1145, 1145, 1110. That's all we get, I'm afraid here. No even signs sending us to some larger roads. 11, 1145, 1110. At least they're all like 11. And they are B, which is sort of confusing. So these are A's. Yeah. B roads. Why are they B? And they are all B. And they are B like with 4 digits in them. 4 digits. Which is sort of, yeah. King's Lynn. Yeah. Found that one. So it's sort of kind of west. North Elmham and Billingford. Billingford Lakes. Okay. And we spawned, I don't know, somewhere on Elmham probably. So let's go back. So there's this egg farm. High house. Yeah, that direction we are not going to. No street names, unfortunately. And this goes south. Not seeing any buildings around this T junction. Only the farm behind us. Little green egg shop. This goes south. So it's a different egg shop. So this is supposed to be the Billingford Lakes. Okay, we got to figure out the name of the road we are on. Is it like 1145? We are horizontal on the map. And we are in another town. Bintry Road. Bintry. Elmham 2, Kings Lynn. Okay. This road goes to Elmham in the west. Aha. That's the Bintry. And it goes north. Right. But the lakes are here. What the actual hell? And there is like a driveway, and this goes south. There's nothing here going south. This only. But, well, I cannot see any buildings there. If we keep going west, yeah, might be buildings just behind over there. But that's supposed to have one literally on the turn. On the T, at the T junction, and there's nothing. Something is wrong here. This is the only one that actually would work. Because it goes kinda roughly towards the lakes. Sorta. And at the same time, well, it's not showing anything here. Crap. How far the Elmham? How far was it if we go west? Not far. I think it is. It has already started here. Though it feels sort of kind of sparse. But no other roads to the south. Okay, I think it's this one. I knew there was something wrong. I knew there was something wrong with the roads here. The road that was there is just not mapped. There's no road going south to the lakes. Simply no road on the map. But the little green egg shop, there was no names. There were no names. You gotta be kidding me. But yeah, the map contains definitely a mistake. Because here we have that high house farm. That's actually not little green egg shop. And here we have, well, it is a road. We cannot go there, but it is a road. It goes north. Yeah. And there's nothing on the map you can see. Nothing on the map whatsoever. Disappointing. That's one mighty mountain over there. Pretty tall would be for any mountainous place. Adopt a highway. Does Canada have adopt a highway? I kinda don't feel like it. Let's see. No, that was actually a setup with that little green egg shop. With a road that just wasn't there. So this mountain should be on every map. Okay. What are you? What are you? What are you? Why 120? Cody 44. Okay, let's think. It is Wyoming. And there's Cody and there's 120. So, but we are not on 120. Cody is southeast. We have to be on 120. Is it possible to be on not on 120? If it's not 120, what would it be? The direction of the valley seems to be like east. So if it's 14, east, north, east. Confusing. Another adopt the highway. Which highway? You gotta give me the name. Well, people live everywhere. And what we are seeing, it's like farms. Russell Creek Lane. Trout Creek. Yeah, it doesn't feel like this one at all. What it feels like actually 120. But 120 goes through some places. And it's pretty straight, so it's like not in the mountains, I guess, not in the valley. Though here it goes southeast and it looks like it is in the valley here. Skull Creek. Monument Hill. Just randomly named roads. Okay, let's leave a marker here at Russell Creek. And maybe let's climb. This doesn't have a name, but it has number 114. These are anti-snow shields. Prevent the road from getting buried in snow when a blizzard happens. Well, at least it looks like that type of shield. Where I'm from, Norris, they used to be called Potapov shields, I think. Potapov was the inventor. Scenic area, 1000 feet. Scenic area. Okay, if they think so. This goes like southwest. Now it goes southwest. Wait a second, I was looking in the wrong direction. Was it going northeast? I'm confused. Well, I mean, on these roads, they of course make a ton of turns. Nothing really here. Just these scenic areas. Scenic. No hunting. Okay, we won't. Some bars and something in France. At least could we like have a name? Okay, this is a hardcore one. This is a hardcore one. In one side I had like codeine 44 miles. Pass with care. Oh, come on, this is like... Though we are not in the mountains, we are sort of in the valley still. What are you? KZ. K bar Z. Okay, Z bar. The road goes somewhere behind those trees and disappears there. Not seeing a single building. I mean, that has to be a pretty special establishment to be able to survive with this geographical location. Lockingbee Lane. Lockingbee Lane. Okay. We're seeing more signs. Good. Crandall Ranger Station. Okay. Okay, this looks like a town. WAP 76, good evening, welcome. No, it's exactly this place around Cody and the environment around 120, but it's not 120. And Cody was 45 miles away when we started, more now, and the direction was impossible to tell. So Clark's Fork River. So we get some toponyms here, but we cannot actually place them anywhere. I need to know where this road goes. One direction is to Cody. Another direction, Hunter Peak Range. WAP, I do not do one-on-one because I do not guess for speed. I guess for precision. So I take my time. I don't really care about speed. And any person that knows just meta would easily like defeat me 100%, because I intentionally avoid meta. I intentionally pretty much avoid things that help people guess faster. So, and when it comes to guessing, for example, people would like learn meta, the look of the Google Street View car, for example. People would learn things like the look of bollards and poles and whatnot. And meta I just avoid, and bollards and poles, it's so freaking boring to even think about that. Point of interest. So I prefer to just drive around, enjoy the scenery, and take my time. You absolutely cannot do that in one-on-one. Exact play, yeah, but people guess general locations really fast, drop it on the map, and sometimes most of the time it's enough in one-on-one. So, see, I'm sitting here like 14 minutes already, and people would be like dropping the marker on the map in a minute, maybe in a couple. So. Because I want to figure out this conundrum. Okay. Cody is now 62 miles away. We're getting away from Cody, but we are not seeing anything on the other side. Beartooth All American Road. Cody's kinda east. I lost Cody. Here it is. Are we on 14? It looks like we only can be on 14. Shushan? Yeah, there was a range. Okay. Though, I'm telling you, this road here, like this, with all the markers, it looks way more busy than actually it is, in fact. Gun Barrel Creek. Newton Creek. Blackwater. Mummy Cave. I didn't see that many creeks, to be honest. Wapiti Campground. Is it this one really? Yeah, that I did not see. That's pretty much a town or a village of Wapiti. What the actual freaking hell? It only can be like this one, and we saw this. Crap. Okay. No, I'm not returning to the checkpoint. How to reset it, I don't even know. God, that's like pretty much nothing. 16. And there is 114 number. But we do not have like, it's like pieces of land numbers or something. There was though Sleeping Giant. This doesn't look like the road we are on. Because it looks way more busier on the map. Though it goes east. Some creeks. Clock tower. Just checking all the names of all the creeks in the area. The river itself crosses the road. What the actual hell? I mean, do we need to go to Cody? This is like a conundrum. So this road seems to be going like just through the woods. And I don't think we have like some businesses or even things like campgrounds and whatnot around here without any signs whatsoever. So this direction goes to Cody. Yeah. Cody 44, but 120 is closer. I didn't realize that. Cody is 44 miles away, but 120 is closer. So We are probably like here or here. A road that then joins 120. And then that would be part of the distance to Cody. Here it is. 296 KNZ guest, K bar Z guest range. Here it is. Okay. So that's the place. Let's go slightly back. We have two roads here. To be honest, that look like our intersection. This goes over there and disappears, and this goes over there and sorta kinda, yeah, looks like somebody's driveway with some machinery parked there. And then the road makes this turn just after this intersection. Oh boy, it was confusing. Only after some time I realized that we are actually joining 120, and the distance to Cody, it's not the distance on this exactly road. It's the distance that you have to travel on this road and then on a piece of 120. Okay, did I claim rewards? I think I did, yeah. Spacesuit, epic. Okay, cool. Whatever this was. Okay, so embarrassing, playing without timer. Well, we went 10 minutes over the standard time limit. Not a big deal, but playing without the timer and then not getting it all just 5Ks is like, yeah, embarrassing. So number one was a little bit of Colombia. We got lucky here. We could see just Samaca place on the map. Revo, good evening, welcome. So we could see it on the map. We should have probably started with looking for Boyaca, and I wasn't sure about the country, but my first like idea was Colombia. Then I checked pretty much every country in the area, but Colombia was my first idea, and it was the right idea. So of course, I do not remember the provinces of Colombia, but Boyaca rang a huge bell. I couldn't find it. So we found Samaca instead. And we were in the town next to it. Or is it still Samaca? Hard to say, but yeah. So that was our first guess in this game. The second one was a little bit of Australia, actually north of Australia. I really rarely end up that far up here, probably because maybe there's less footage, maybe because there's simply less everything, so less imagery because of less everything. A place of Croydon, yeah, when you see a sign like the next place is I don't even know, more than 100 miles away, kilometers in this case. It was Normanton. I was like, yeah, you got to be, if it's Australia, you got to be somewhere not in the south. So yeah, not in the south it was. Number three was pretty much as easy as Australia. uh, the only confusion that we faced in that round was that we spawned around a bunch of signs with directions and distances and all the possible toponyms. So, but among those we had like directions to Sofia and distances, Haskova. So we got that pretty much pretty fast. Okay, and number 4 was a little bit of the UK. That's where we made this mistake. But that wasn't really 100% my mistake. So where I spawned, there was a road going south and what looked like farm driveway going north. Yeah, there was an egg shop. Yes. But it wasn't called Little Green. It wasn't called anything. So, but the most important part here is that I guess the intersection with the road going south, and this intersection here doesn't have any roads going south. It has what I kind of thought was just a farm driveway, but yeah, so not 100% my mistake. There's a problem with the map too. And number 5 was kinda hardcore one in Wyoming. I unfortunately, I guess that I found the clues that it was Wyoming and in the area of Cody pretty soon. But after that, I kinda lost it. And only quite some time I realized that I gotta be looking for the roads that join 120 in order to actually figure it out, because it was technically hardcore location. Not a lot going here besides this intersection, which is like, again, hard to tell if it's anything. The big mountain, actually, it is on the map, and it's called Sugarloaf Mountain. Okay, so not 25k, unfortunately. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, but still not bad result. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. YouTube people, please, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe for more. I understand that it's not 25k, but still maybe deserves your like, so subscribe for more. I play here GeoGuessr. When I only have an hour or so to stream, I would play GeoGuessr. When I'd have more than an hour or so, I would play something else. Usually 95% of cases, usually DayZ I would play. So yeah, Twitch people, thank you for watching on Twitch. I can see quite some lurkers tonight, so thank you for lurking. Gonna getcha, thank you for jumping in and chatting. Whoop76 and Revo, thank you people for jumping in. So now don't leave the chat yet, please. We gotta find somebody to raid. Just give me a second. So let's find somebody to raid. Let's see. Usually I would raid either somebody who I know, like other streamers who I know, or somebody playing DayZ. Okay, I was actually myself going to play DZ today, but I ended up not getting enough sleep and kinda losing a lot of energy today on important things, but still. So just give me a short second. Just give me a short second. Figuring out things here, figuring out who to rate. Okay, I think we could go somewhere else. We could go look for somebody playing GeoGuessr. But let's go back to our homeland. And our homeland is the DZ section of Twitch. So let me activate the raid. Let's go and raid Underdogs Limited. The link goes in the chat, Twitch chat, of course. That was, yeah, not Control V, just V. So the link goes in the chat. Let's go and say hi to Mr. Underdogs Limited. And I will see you all tomorrow. I hope to be able to stream DZ tomorrow. So again, greatly appreciate you watching and chatting, especially when I play GeoGuessr. And you people have a good one. See you tomorrow. Goodbye and good night.
Need a parrot for my shoulder.